everybody, I am Natalie and I teach the art of handbalancing, and this is the lecture number 1 of 3 about repetition and learning. In general, in handstands, I like to make the difference between learning that the body does, that is less conscious, and learning that requires you to really focus your mind on 1 or 2 corrections that you then try to implement in that exercise. So that's not what this is about. This is about the benefit of repetition to allowing your body to sort out the problem, because your body is very, very good at learning movement without you thinking about it. The classic thing that I sometimes encounter with students who as an adult start to do and to learn more complex movements is that they try to really analyze the movement and understand every part of it and every role every muscle plays, which is fantastic, obviously, also because, you know, enthusiasm is always great, but sometimes it's really counterproductive. It creates a sense of paralysis. It really hinders them from allowing the body to sort out the problem. And I find in general, especially when people learn complex movement as adults, it requires both. It requires you to trust your body, which is what you have to do when there's a lot of repetition, when you constantly repeat an exercise over and over again. And there's also your mind, that sometimes the conscious mind that needs to understand, visually, conceptually understand the technique. Both are very useful, but it feels a lot more powerful and confident to trust something that you can understand mentally, that you have a visual image of. And the repetition feels a bit pointless and hard, and obviously it's also the very, very hard part, the hard work. So there's a temptation to over-intellectualize the movement and the exercise, and that is, I think, to feel more confident and secure in what you're doing. Physical movement and learning is a very chaotic process. It is stressful. You have to really venture into the unknown. You don't know whether you are going to be successful or not, or it is also potentially risky. And that is scary, and it feels a lot safer to sit down and really figure out the movement. But that's not how you are going to learn a handstand, unfortunately. If I dream of having a magic handstand formula, but as it currently stands, I do not have the magic formula yet. And that is why I want to emphasize repetition as a tool to allow your body to sort out the problem. For example, I have a wonderful exercise that is kick up, called the kick up with sharp closing of the legs. Here's the kick up with the sharp closing of the legs. And I make my students do this exercise a lot. And what this does is, in a set of repetitions of 10 repetitions, you basically have no time to think. And that is a very important part here, because it allows your body to figure out the space here between the ground and the handstand. And the more you do it, the more fine-tuned your body is going to become at executing this very movement. Kick up and close, kick up and close. So it's like your body is mapping this space between the ground and the handstand, how much momentum you have to put into it, how high the leg has to go, when exactly the hip is above you, according to how much momentum you put, how much force you put into the kick up. So those are all, there's a lot of information that your body is processing in this exercise, and that's what's happening. So while you feel like your mind is blank and you're just like doing this very boring exercise over and over again, a lot of stuff is happening in your body. I went to a circus school in London a long time ago, and I learned a lot from the people who practiced juggling there. Because in juggling, every time you throw a ball and you catch it back, no matter whether you catch it or not, your body has gained more information about the throw. So even the failure and the failed attempt gives your body information about where your hand needs to be for a successful throw and catch. So every attempt, and also and especially the unsuccessful attempts in an exercise, are useful. They give your body the information of this map that's called the new movement. So for example, in this exercise, kick up with sharp closing of the leg, that's what's happening. I am distracting you by giving you a task where you have to do many repetitions. Your mind wanders, you're just doing a thing, and in the meantime, beautifully, your body learns and figures out this unknown new territory. This is part 1 of the 3-part repetition in handstand exercise series. So I invite you to, in your next practice training session, stick to the number of repetitions that you set out to do, and embrace it as something that is very important and alive. Your body is doing a lot of work in these repetitions, even though your mind is not involved in any kind of conscious analytical activity. So let's not be paralyzed by over-analyzing movement, but rather progress by doing the repetitions.